Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit more around change. And yes, I decided to be really extra brave and do this on my personal profile instead of my business page. And if you want to know the rest of the story around the Alchemize, I'll put the link to the other video that I did yesterday and to my business page. And I'd love to have you join me there. Change is something that sometimes it's forced on us. Sometimes we do it kind of kicking and screaming and very reluctantly, and other times it happens naturally for some people, definitely not for me. I've been more on the kind of kicking and screaming sort of side of things when change has been almost thrust upon me, or I've tried to duck and dive change, and I've struggled with the concept of why I needed to change. Hi, Ingrid. Great to have you here. Well, for me, when the real big change that happened for me was nearly 7 years ago now. And I just realized that I was going round and round in the same circle, repeating the same thing and picking myself up, dusting myself off, and trying it all over again to see if I could do it some other way, so do it differently. And no, it didn't work. And the big realization came for me one day when I'd dissolved into tears and got in my car and drove. I didn't know where I was going or what I was wanting to do. I just knew I needed to get away from that space that I was in right there. Hi, Kaz. Nice to have you here. You know all about change as well because you've gone through a lot of changes yourself. But anyway, that day I just decided, and my normal reaction was I phoned my friend and cry all over her shoulder and tell her my woes and, oh, heck, do it all over again. And I was about to reach for my phone and I realized, no, I've done this too many times before. This is it. I'm drawing a line and this is where I need to change. Yes, I'm going to phone my friend still and tell her what I'm going to do, because then I've committed it to somebody else and I've spoken those words and I've made a commitment to myself and to her that I'm now going to change. And I did it. It wasn't easy. And I had a lot of people who were, especially family, who are like, oh, yeah, what are you going to do? And, you know, for the first time in my life, I was putting myself first and not considering what other people wanted, because I knew that I had to do it for myself. And I know a lot of friends have done things like that. And Karen, you're also one of those very, very strong, brave people, and you have done amazing things. Really, I take my hat off to you, girl. You're one of the strongest people I know. And I know at times it doesn't even feel like you're strong, but I don't think you see how other people see you. And most probably that's the same for me. Other people will see me as strong when often I don't actually feel strong. But yes, you can embrace the change or you can duck and dive it, but it's eventually going to catch up with you. And if you're at a point in your life where you know that what you need to do has to change somewhere, the change doesn't have to be huge. It starts off gradually. I'm not asking people to chuck their lives in and move to another country and start a new career and leave their families behind and things like that. It doesn't have to be like that. It's how you feel about it and how you react to this sort of thing. It's what's inside you. And this is what fires me up with people, and seeing how they are, the kind of the before and the after. And this is what I've had with a lot of clients that have come to me in person, and there are some that I've worked with online, and even one lady ages ago when internet wasn't so great, and we worked telephonically, and eventually I did get to meet her in person and to actually see the physical changes in people. And it is physical, it's not just a mental thing. The physical happens and follows on afterwards. But the mental steps is what you need to do first. And those are the hardest. And that's when you need somebody in your corner, and you need somebody going to bat for you and holding space for you. And sometimes maybe even being the voice of reason, because it's not easy. It really isn't. But it's just, that person is there to remind you and to help you get through it, and to say, well, this is why you wanted to do it. And yes, Karen, change is as good as a holiday. And yeah, change things gradually, much easier, definitely. And that's the way of being strong and keeping at it, because try and making big changes suddenly, your body can't handle it for a start. Your mental ability to handle it is flipping, it's going to flip you out. You're just not going to be able to do it. And you're just going to land going back to what you know is familiar because it feels safe. So you're challenging your life. You're challenging yourself and saying, if I'm going to change, and you're doing all these drastic changes, we're hardwired for survival. That's who we are. There's no way around it. And so do it gradually. It's the only way that you're going to find the strength to keep it and to take it one step at a time. And that is what it is, just one foot in front of the other. So yeah, if you've got to the point where you feel that change is something that you want to do, that's what my program is about at the moment. Helping people to make that change, because I'm passionate about it. I really am. I've seen it in other people. I've done it myself. So I'm speaking from experience. And if you'd like to find out more about my program, the link is in the comments. And if you want to message me, and we can sit and have a chat, and let's see if we've got a chance to work together. I'd love to help you change something in your life and see you grow and see you blossom. Have a fabulous day. Bye.